What's up, everybody? It's your boy Dizzy D, Prince Code, the Buff Nerd, and this is Mansplainitthen.
Yeah.
Mansplainitthen, man.
Who you talking to? You ain't talking to me.
I'm talking, oh yeah, it's a place where men can express themselves through healthy conversation from a man's point of view.
Fantastic, man. And if you are a returning watcher, or actually, if you are a new watcher, welcome. We hope you enjoy the content. And if you are a returning watcher, please like and subscribe because, you know, you guys' engagement helps us create more content and, you know, gives us a reason to come up with these crazy ass topics.
That's right.
But what we working with today, man, Mr. Buff Nerd? What we working with?
All right, what's our topic? Okay, our topic. Yeah, you got the topic, right? So we got a topic for y'all today, something that, you know, we kind of was just talking about offline, and we decided to make a video about it. What's the topic, Steve?
We got the double standards of social pressures between men and women.
Say that one more time. I don't think they heard you.
The double standards of social pressures between men and women.
You heard what he said, right? The double standards of social pressures between men and women.
I can do it, but you can't.
Flat out.
Or everything you could do, I could do better.
Period.
Now we came up with.
Is it okay for men to say period?
No,
I don't think so. Nah,
please don't say that.
That's
I'm gonna cut that out.
They can let them have that. They can have that.
I'm gonna cut that out.
No, we're gonna keep that. We're gonna keep that.
That's a double standard question.
Yeah, that is a double standard question. Can niggas say period, or is that gay?
No, straight up gay, bro.
All right, it's officially gay. All right.
But yeah, we decided to talk about this because, you know, just, you know, being the people that we is, if y'all don't know, all three of us have known each other for about 20 years, and we just had these thought-provoking conversations every now and then, and we decided to turn it into a entire, you know, a conversation that, you know, everybody can have. And
you know, join
join
whenever, ask us questions and everything.
Yeah, and of course, if you feel as if though you've experienced some sort of double standard, you know, leave all that information, you leave it in the comment section. But yeah, we were just, you know, we ended up coming up with a list of questions to talk about, you know, exactly, you know, the what we've experienced when it comes to double standards and how it's affected us, and just, you know, stuff surrounding that topic.
All right, so y'all are ready to get into these questions. How y'all feeling? First of all, wait, hold up. How y'all feeling? Real talk. How y'all feeling, Mr. Buffner? How you feeling?
Hey, it's Friday. I ain't got to go to work tomorrow, so
it's definitely Friday.
I'm feeling some type of way. I'll tell you that.
It's Friday as hell, boy.
Mr. Dizzy D, how you feeling? How you feeling though?
I'm feeling good, man. I ain't got to work tomorrow. I've been doing these 10-hour shifts, 50 hours a week, man.
All right.
That's a grown ass man right there.
How's y'all mentals? Like, how's the mental?
Mentally, I'm cool.
Okay.
These kids drive me crazy. I'm cool, baby.
All right.
I'll be completely honest. I'm a little overwhelmed. That's one thing I will say. I've been very withdrawn. I haven't really talked to a lot of people recently, and it's because I'm still trying to figure out exactly why. But, you know, us talking about this kind of stuff is the reason why we created this channel. But yeah, that's how I'm feeling right now.
Okay, cool. Well, we're going to get into some of these questions. These ain't in no particular order or no particular theme. It's just random questions. The first question I got is, first of all, I want to make a caveat to this question, right? The question is, do men feel uncomfortable being overly sexualized by women? I'm not sure. I mean, most dudes would probably say no.
A lot of dudes.
Yeah, I'm about to say, I've
probably say no. But there is situations where men are uncomfortable with this stuff. So we ain't gonna just completely call it a complete no.
Right.
So, I mean, you want to take that? You go ahead and take that, Buff Nerd, first. You can go take that.
I mean, it all depends on the person. You know, like how we talked about previously. It all depends on the person. Personally, as far as I'm concerned, you know, I'm very accepting of compliments. You know, so like, you know, I get hit on by chicks. You know, one thing I say would likely make me a little shaky is getting hit on, not even hit on, but like getting groped by an older woman, because that's happened to me once at a bar. I've been talked to by older women. I've been told that I smell good. I've been told that, I look good, that I'm dressed well and all that shit. And all that shit is cool. But it's gotten to a point to where, I was just straight up damn near sexually harassed.
An old woman just came up to you and just grabbed your shit?
No. It wasn't. She just grabbed my dick. My bad.
Oh,
it wasn't that she just. Yeah, it wasn't that she just came up and grabbed me. But it started off with like rubbing the shoulders and trying to buy me.
Oh nah.
Yeah, she's trying to buy me a drink.
Invasion of privacy.
I'm like, all right, now, calm down. You don't even know my name, girl, and you already touching on me.
That's harassment. It's harassment.
Yeah, I mean, normally I would welcome something like that. Let's say if it was a younger woman, and this is not me saying that there's a problem with older women, but in that particular situation where I didn't know this woman's name, there was no conversation that was had prior to this, and she just came up and just thought she could cop the feel, you know what I'm saying? So it depends on the person. That's what I'll say.
I would agree with that. It does depend on the person, because I like aggression, but only when it's welcome. Like,
right.
You gotta be able to read my body language to know, like, yeah, it's cool for you to come and do this and shit.
Right.
But as far as like just walking up on me or just like a situation I had like years ago, out doing laundry, in my apartment complex, and I have some gray sweatpants. I was washing drawers.
Wait, hold on. First of all, my brother, you don't do laundry.
What you mean I don't do laundry? I do laundry.
Nigga, that's a double standard right there.
Right
that's a double standard.
That's a double standard. You do not do no laundry. I ain't never heard. This is the first time I ever heard you say you did some laundry.
Nigga, when do laundry come up in conversation? Hey, yeah, man, I was chilling at the crib and shit. And I just did some laundry and shit,
I'm not gonna lie. Me and Steven, then we was chatting, and we both were doing laundry at a period of time. I don't think I've ever heard you ever
say nothing about no laundry.
Well, I was doing laundry this time, niggas.
All right.
Well, shit. Okay. After 20 years of knowing you, that's how you talk about doing laundry.
I'm glad I know you do laundry, bro.
Yeah, but look. So I was doing my laundry and shit, and I ain't had no drawers. I was washing my drawers, and while I was in the laundry room, I was with it was another young lady there, and she was just blatantly staring at my print. Like, I'm talking like, wasn't even trying to hide it. Just
she was
like these on. Like,
is that uncomfortable for you?
And that shit made me very uncomfortable, bro. Because if I was just like staring at her ass or something like that, then
you'd be a creep.
I'd be a straight ass creep.
You'd be a creep, straight up.
So yeah, man. Like, I know a lot of dudes will say, hell yeah, I gotta probably over sexualized, but nah. At some point, that shit gets creepy. That shit gets overwhelming, and it just be too much.
Yeah, and that's primarily one of the serious double standards. It's where a woman could lust over a man and it'd be totally okay. Nobody's bothered. It's actually kind of cute. Girls hi and kikiing, talking to one another about, a guy or some shit like that. But as soon as a guy do some weird shit like that, let's say it was a guy recording the chick in the gym, or, a guy just standing in the corner of the club, just watching a female, they'd be like, yo, this dude is a creep, like, what is you doing? Like, but, it's something that women can do with no problem. And
another example of that is, I've been watching a show called Abbott Elementary, and
is that on like a streaming service? Like, what that's on?
It's on Hulu. It's dope. Oh my god, it's hilarious. But I've been watching Abbott Elementary and shit. And y'all remember the actor from Everybody Hates Chris, the little boy who played Chris Rock?
Yeah.
Yeah, that little boy. He in it. And in that show, the principal was like constantly harassing him, like rubbing on his hand, flirting with him and shit. But if the roles was reversed, then everybody already know he'd be hit with all type of lawsuits.
Absolutely. Cuz would have lost his job.
Or he lost his job. You feel me? So that, I don't know.
I'm gonna play devil's advocate to say that, look, everybody ain't comfortable with aggressive women hitting on them. I'm, for one, is a very private person.
All right.
I don't always invite women into my face to just be hitting on me just randomly. Like that's a little uncomfortable for somebody like
only when it's welcome, right?
Huh?
Only when it's welcomed, right?
Yeah, when it's welcome. Like if I'm at the casino and some 40, 50-year-old chick just hitting on me randomly, I'm gonna be like, what's going on here?
Get your goddamn hands off me.
Get your ass away from me. Miss Shirley, stop.
I ain't always inviting to that situation. So like some dudes is uncomfortable because they may be private. They don't like me. I don't like people in my space, period. So, but that's male or female. Like, so don't be all up in my space being all super aggressive if I didn't invite you in my space. So that's just how I feel. And other dudes out there like that, other dudes don't want to just be sitting, chilling at some random girl all up in their face, shit being all super aggressive, shit uncomfortable. So
and for our listeners and for men that never experienced that, it does happen.
It definitely does happen.
A lot more often than y'all think.
And I ain't saying I'm no player out here, like I'm having that happen to me all the time, but hey, it happens to most people, and it has happened to a lot of people. So,
hey, real quick, Devron, what was that point that you just made prior to Prince Cole talking?
I was saying a lot of shit, bro. You gotta be more specific.
At the very end, because I was about to add on to it, but Steven started talking and I kind of forgot what I was about to say.
Oh, only when it's welcome?
Nah, shit, man, I can't remember. Ain't no thing.
Dang,
I was gonna bring up something that was like, that's what I was about to bring up. Okay, so how you were talking about how the teacher was, rubbing on the student, all this other stuff, right?
Yeah.
Now, you know what's crazy? You notice how all of the teachers that get in trouble for doing that, for getting to that level, like all I ever see is women. All I ever see is women that have, for some reason, having some sort of sexual encounter with a student of theirs. I never see it from a man. And if you do see it from a man, it gets stopped way earlier in the process. Like sex doesn't even happen
at all.
Yeah, but for some reason, when it comes to women, it always gets to the point to where somebody's having sex, or 35-year-old teacher busting it open to 3 of her students. Something along those lines.
In a classroom on a desk during fifth hour.
It's just kind of crazy to think about. But
real talk. I'm sorry. Can I say one more thing on that subject?
Go ahead.
What's up?
I don't know what is wrong with these kids nowadays, because some of these teachers be cold, bro. Like, why would you snitch on that? Why? Like, my nigga, you ain't like, no, you don't know the game. All right, I just want to throw that out there. So my fault.
No, you all good. We gonna keep it moving though. We gonna keep it funky. Hope y'all in here. Y'all in here with us. Y'all rocking with us. I'm keep it funky. Come on to this next question. We got how do you feel about the unfair advantage attractive people get over unattractive people having to work twice as hard?
Say that one again a little bit slower so that they can hear you.
How do you feel about the unfair advantage attractive people get over unattractive people having to work twice as hard?
I feel like of course, anybody would feel like that's bullshit, but in the end, that shit's gonna catch up with them. Like,
wait, what's gonna catch up with who?
In the end, if a person just skates by solely on their looks, it's gonna come a point in time where they have to flex their skill.
True. Yeah, that's true.
I agree.
That's true. Because the whole pretty privilege thing, where women are the people
y'all not answering the question.
No. I was about to answer the question.
Okay.
So the whole pretty privilege thing, where a lot of ladies specifically get ahead, get attention, get time, get effort, get money because they look pretty. And once they kind of hit that wall, they hit 30, 32, 35, something in that area, and the attention isn't quite there anymore. And they've spent all that time enjoying the attention, and they haven't built any skills or made themselves, appealing to anybody beyond that. So I agree with Devron. Yeah, it definitely will catch up with them later on. But Steven, you go ahead. Prince Cole, you go ahead and answer that question.
I think if you solely going on how attractive you are, then yes, if you're gonna get smacked in the face with that. If that's all you presenting about yourself. If you are, I think being attractive can be like the luck of the draw. It's definitely like something. It's luck of the draw. It's kind of like if you're attractive and you skilled, you may get pushed ahead of a lot of people who may be skilled and unattractive. So
you're gonna go super far.
Yeah, so somebody being unattractive may have to work twice as hard, may have to put themselves, they may have to wear more hats. You know what I'm saying? Where so it's like you could be attractive and just be like, as long as you got one skill, they're like, okay, we'll take you. We'll teach you everything else. We'll just, come on, we'll teach you everything else. But somebody who's unattractive, they may have to wear more hats.
What
if
they
they
like? Oh, go ahead. My fault.
Go ahead. What you guys gonna say? Go ahead.
I was like, what if they like a model or an actor or something like that? Does it matter in that field?
You know what's crazy?
It matters. It matters more in that field because you're on screen. You either on screen, on a runway, where your attractiveness is more centered. It's like more center focus on your attractiveness. When you're in a movie, you in the middle of a runway, you a model or something like you Instagram model, all that stuff. Like you approaching your job with looks first. Skill. So it's like already focused on how you look.
Okay, let me ask this. First, damn, I lost my train of thought. So I'll say this. Okay, so yeah, this is a attractive versus unattractive kind of double standard. Do you think that there is a difference when it comes to men and women when it comes to the same double standard? Attractive men versus attractive women, or unattractive men versus not unattractive men. Unattractive women versus unattractive men?
There's different situations that there's, I don't know, it's just think how can I explain that? I guess there's different things that one is better for the other. Like I guess like attractive men don't have the same perks as an attractive woman, but you still get the perks though because you're attractive.
Yeah, that's true.
You still get majority of the perks, but there's certain things that an attractive woman gonna get perks for that an attractive man may not get all those particular perks.
Okay. It'll be moves that she can make that he will.
Yeah. He just might not be able to.
My camera went dead. So y'all can go ahead and keep talking. I'm gonna go ahead and fix this.
Okay. I think it goes back to like the conversation we was having like in the workplace. Attractiveness in the workplace can be the difference between a harassment suit and just innocent flirting. And
absolutely, I agree.
And attractiveness is subjective too, so it depends on who you talking to and if they deem somebody attractive. I think I'm attractive, but somebody else may not.
No, I'm attractive. Like
right. Somebody else may not think I'm attractive. Somebody else may not think you're attractive. So you may go hit on a girl and she may be like, all right, cool, I'm cool with it. And then you may hit on another girl. You may, hey, brother, you ain't looking too high. You looking like a foe to me right now, bro.
Obviously, she has some mental issues. So,
but she thought she was a foe.
Yeah, she think I'm a foe. She thought she was a foe. Got some mental issues going on with her, or on some type of PCP or something.
Nah, Disney, she thought she was a foe.
You think I'm unattractive? You psychotic? Nah,
you got a mental problem. Girl, you need therapy.
You smoke angel dust, like.
y'all some fools, man. Goodness, let me see. Damn, my camera keep fucking up my leg. Fuck the camera. But let's see. How do I feel about it, man? Yeah, no, absolutely. Yes. Obviously attractive people get ahead, and I don't necessarily have a problem with it. Like when it comes to modeling and things along those lines, I don't have a problem with it because it makes sense. Like you said, it's the luck of the draw. It's nothing personal. It's just, the symmetry of your face or, your body type or something along those lines.
Now, this is still subjective though.
Yeah. Now what kills me when it comes to this particular topic is how, to be frank, how, people that are not so attractive try to shame people that look good because they don't look as attractive as them. That's one thing that kind of gets on my nerves. It's like,
say that one more time.
Okay, so don't you know how like have you noticed how same thing goes with, people that are in shape versus people that are overweight, but people that are very attractive versus people that are not that attractive, they try to shame them or just shame society and say, oh, well, it's this unrealistic, standard of looks that is creating this kind of environment for people that are attractive versus people that are not as attractive.
I get you.
And like the same thing can go for someone that's in shape or somebody that's overweight, but that's the point that I was going to make earlier. So nowadays it seems like being the most gorgeous woman in the room is not as important. It seems like they're like being unique is something that they focus on more now when it comes to modeling and things along those lines. Because you notice how they have women that like have vitiligo that model. They have women that are a little bit heavier. They have, plus size models now.
And we can thank social media for all this.
Right. And that could be a result of the shaming that I was just talking about, but
definitely is.
Yeah, like I mean, that's kind of just how I feel about it. I don't really have any feeling. It makes sense to me. I'll say that.
I will. If I'm piggybacking on what you're saying, I think it definitely is because we in that era now where everybody wanna feel special. So even if you is unattractive, you want to still feel like you're attractive, and you want other people to still feel like you're attractive. But maybe you're not. But there are, like I said, I think attractiveness is subjective. There are things you can do to make yourself more attractive, like go to the gym, get your fitness up. For women, maybe do your makeup, do your hair, make yourself look more attractive. But for a guy, to groom yourself up, make yourself look good, all that kind of stuff. So it's stuff that you can do to make you could turn yourself from 5 to maybe a 7. So
yeah, I agree.
Do y'all feel as though this shift in the wins has evened the playing field?
Shifting the wins, no, hell no, because
even the playing field between who?
It made it even more unfair
between attractive people and people who have to rely on skills. Because you said, because of social media, real shit, attractive people are starting to look the same, which means that their uniqueness.
You mean attractive women starting to look the same?
That's debatable.
Yeah. I say a lot of.
If you look at Instagram, a lot of these women on Instagram look the same.
Oh, you know what? You know what? I agree. I agree because the whole BBL craze. I'm sorry. Let me try and get my camera to focus.
Oh man, I do not want to talk about this BBL shit, bro.
Yeah, that's a whole thing, and that's at this point it's a uniform. Like if you don't.
There you go. You good, bro. You good.
My bad. All right. If you ain't got a BBL, then you behind the learning curve at this point, as far as our society is concerned. So you kind of right. They are kind of starting to look the same. Very cartoonish. Extremely tiny waist with a big old dump truck behind, you know what I'm saying?
Super unrealistic.
But that's just Instagram. You go on Instagram, everything look very unrealistic. Like everybody's body look super, everybody's super proportionate. Everybody got the baby doll looking face.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody just look the same.
And that's what I'm saying. Y'all don't feel as though like the playing field is being even? Because like you said, in the workspace, they starting to look for uniqueness. Thanks to social media, and everybody looking the same is diluting that uniqueness. Like an attractive person, like I say like 20 years ago or so, a lot of times you wouldn't really see somebody just walking up the street that look like the caliber of what we be seeing on Instagram and shit. But now that we see it all on Instagram, it's kind of getting, what's the word? I'm like oversaturated.
You know what it is though. You know what it is. That's making it bad. And I think in this day and age, it's okay to just be attractive. That's it. Like you could just be attractive with no skills, and people will find you pleasant. They think you somebody because you're just attractive. That's a whole different. Yeah.
That's thanks to Instagram and OnlyFans. All you need is you
could just look good and be important.
Yeah. All you need is curves in all the right places, a little bit of surgery and a little bit of, silicone, and you can get hundreds of thousands of followers and all that other nonsense. So no, you totally right.
True.
But we're gonna keep it moving. We're gonna keep it rocking. We're gonna move on to the next question. Okay. This one might get deeper though.
I got a great subject for another episode, but go ahead, my thought.
We're gonna this question might get a little deep. So there's a clear difference. First of all, there's a clear difference in expectations and altercations between men and women. Have you experienced physical abuse from the opposite sex? And how can we rectify this situation with these physical altercations between men and women?
I had one that tried it.
Yeah, it means me too.
But the real nigga in me kind of took over. So, and the only reason I say that is because it got to a point where it was self-defense. You feel what I'm saying?
Same here.
So, I'm sorry, what was the question again?
How do you think we can fix the divide in which men get physically abused by women sometimes, and it's not looked upon as being as serious to law enforcement when they pull up and be like, "Whoa, what is going on here?" Most of the time, men are going to jail for that. If women say he hit me, he beat on me, this and that, I think it's getting a little better now. But how do you feel about it?
Honestly, the only way to fix that is for motherfuckers to keep their hands to themselves.
All together, right?
All together, but in situations where it's like whoever calls the cops first, the other one's going to jail.
I don't always agree with that.
Whoever called the cops
I'm not saying that it's right in anything like that, but a lot of times that's how it is. And when a man calls the police in, like, okay, first of all, a man doesn't want to be looked at as weak. So a lot of times men don't call the cops on the women saying, "Hey, yo, this bitch whooping my ass." You feel what I'm saying? I think a good way to fix that, to fix the domestic violence and men getting abused and beat on, is for dudes to swallow their pride and just admit when they need help. That'd be a great way to fix it.
Do you think men admitting that they need help?
Yeah,
you think it's still gonna fix it?
I think so too.
Yes, it would. It probably won't 100% fix it, but it will greatly improve it.
Yeah, because that's one thing that men don't do. I didn't mean to interrupt you, but yeah, that's one thing that men kind of suffer in silence naturally, and it's not saying that that's all men. I've personally done it in my life, but I think if men started to actually talk about the things that they experience, even if it doesn't affect them, if they start to talk about it, I think that it would shine a light on how the same thing that happens to women in these similar circumstances happens to men, and men just react different.
Facts. And it's a lot of stigmas tied to that for men. A lot of negative stigmas.
Absolutely.
So I think when
I get y'all story time.
What's up?
So my situation, right? A friend of mine, me and a friend of mine was living together. He was actually living with me while I was living with my ex. And we got into a little fight. Came in the house, tried to swing on me. So I body slammed her. Right on her back. Body slam.
Okay.
We ain't gonna say who because we on live, so we ain't gonna say who.
But I think I know who.
Yeah, so we slammed her on her back.
Trying to sneak this.
Came around this mud arguing, yelling, screaming. He come out the room like, "Bro, you want me to call the cops, bro?" At first I'm like, "Nah, bro, we good. Everything all good. Still tripping. So he came out of the room again like, "Bro, you sure you want me to call the cops, bro?" I was like, "Yeah, go ahead and call it because she tripping." Right. So
it reached that point.
It got to that point where he asked me twice, like, "You sure you want me to call the cops?" I was like, "Yeah, you might as well go ahead." So he called them. They came. He's like, "All right, both of y'all gonna come out here and talk." We came out there and talked to him individually. I went out there and told him what happened, told him exactly what happened, the truth. She went out there and lied and told him that we was beating on each other and shit. And I was like, "No." So I went back out there telling him, he's like, "Yeah, she said that y'all was hitting on each other." I was like, "Look, I was defending myself. I only slammed her because she swung on me. So I don't know what y'all want." He's like, "Well, if we got to come back here, somebody going to jail." So, so see, after that, that was just that was one. He's like, "Yeah, we come back here, somebody going to jail."
So do you feel as though you should have had the cops called the first time? No,
I felt like she literally lied to them and like derailed how they felt about it. So now it was kind of like, what it was like, where it could have been like, well, for one, they was like, well, we can't make her leave because our name's on the house. Both our names on the house. Right. So they couldn't make her leave. They're like, well, we can't make her leave because it's her house. So we can't make her, I don't know what you want us to do. We can't make her leave. So then she went out there and kind of swayed them to think otherwise when I told the truth. And I'm like, yo, this is what really happened. She went out there and lied and told them that we was fighting each other as if like we in this month scrapping with each other. And that wasn't what was going on. Like, right. I had no intentions on scrapping in the first place. And they made it seem like, oh, we was in there fighting each other. Like even her saying that made them think about the situation different. So now they like, nah, oh, you need to chill out. It's if we come back here, somebody going to jail. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like they didn't want to pick a side.
And for her to just lie to even have them feel that way is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Well, Oh, okay, go ahead.
No, sorry about that. I'm trying to get my fucking camera together.
Well, I got a question.
Yeah, go ahead, D. Go ahead.
So, what would you have done if the shoe was on the other, like if the roles were reversed? You feel what I'm saying? Like if you was womping on her, and the police was questioning you, would you possibly say the same thing? Yo, we was beating on each other, like.
Or do you
just
think
to save yourself from going to jail? I'm not saying it was right that she did it, but would you have done the same? Like, would you have openly said, "Yeah, I was beating her ass, officer"?
I got a question to follow up Devon's question.
What's up?
No, to follow up. Go ahead. Answer the question first, and then I'll go ahead with mine.
Oh, that was just like a general.
You asking me?
That was a general question for either one of y'all. So
you was asking what I would have just told the officer that I was beating her ass.
Yeah, if that was the case.
Nah, who would do that? That's like writing your own. That's like sentencing yourself. Like, why would you tell a cop?
I say, yeah, if anything in a situation, if not saying that you would do something like that, you just keep quiet and not put.
Why would you? Yeah, why would you tell them that? They you basically sentencing yourself. They automatically gonna take you to jail. Like, okay, well, you beating her up, we gonna have to take you to jail, sir.
So, do you think she should have lied instead of? I mean, she should have just stayed quiet instead of lying.
No, she should have just told the truth, which most women should need to do. If you're in a situation, you know you swung on somebody, tell the truth. Say you swung on somebody.
One thing I will say is this. Okay, this is my
man too. Man should tell the truth too. If you swung on somebody, say you swung on somebody.
Now check it out. Here's where the double standards come. Here's where the double standard comes in. I haven't even told my story yet, but here. So okay, you see how you in this particular situation, you made the suggestion to call the police, and when they showed up, they didn't know whose side to take. And of course, you know, she said her piece, you said your piece. Do you think it would have been different if she called the police and she said that you put your hands on her, and the police would have came there, and you would have had to, you know, obviously tell them that it wasn't you? Do you think that there would have been a different result? Do you think they would have chose her side over yours, as opposed to in your situation, them not being able to choose whose side they were on?
In my opinion, absolutely.
Absolutely what? I'm sorry. Could you specify what you're saying?
I'm sorry. In my opinion, that situation would have went totally different. You feel me? If she would have called the cops, Steve would have been in jail.
You're guilty until proven innocent in those situations.
And exactly in that situation.
That is highly debatable. And my story after this is going to show you guys why that's debatable.
Okay, maybe you got a better story then, because like I said, most
it's not a better story. It's just
not a better story, but it's a story where you can highlight maybe a positive situation that has happened for a male.
Oh no, it definitely wasn't. It definitely wasn't positive. That's the point behind this. There's definitely.
All I'm saying is that, like most situations, the man is pitted against. Even if you didn't do anything, if you put your hands somewhere near that damn woman, and they know that, you automatically the bad guy. And it's even if you just pushed her, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and that's primarily what it was in the story that I'm going to tell you.
So it's like you can't even push nobody no more. Like, motherfucker swing on you and I can't even push you. Like that's kind of unfair. Like, you swing on me, but I can't put my hands on you. Like, come on, bro. Like,
right. I mean,
you got people online. You got people online who say, "Well, men shouldn't ever hit a woman." You know, I'm gonna tell you one more story. Right. So I was in school, right? And my mom. It's actually a story about my mom. My mom, we was in school, right, young. Told my mom that this was actually me and Devin. Me and Devin was in school together. Devin's a longtime friend of mine. He told my mom that this girl was at school. Okay, we kids, so just, you know, before y'all start saying like, why you telling your mom that you getting beat on by girls? We kids, so we at elementary school, right? We get swung on by a girl, right? I get swung on. My homie gets swung on by a girl. Now, of course, we can't hit the girl because she a girl. We little boys. It's a little girl. Can't hit the girl. Go home, tell moms, like, yo, moms, little girl at the school swung on me and my mans. She like,
this sounds like some gang shit.
You hear me? So she like, this. I'm a quote her word for word, right? She said, I don't give a damn if it's a girl or a boy. Somebody put their hands on you, you knock them the fuck out.
Knock them the fuck out. My mama said the same
That was
thing.
quoted. That
Mama
was quoted
said,
by.
knock you out.
I was quoted by moms right there. She said, "This just coming from a woman that wanted me to knock my own sister out because I ain't want." You know what I'm saying? And I never did though. I never did. You know what I'm saying? So it's just, I ain't got that in me, but most dudes don't got that in them. There is some dudes out there that's pretty aggressive that got that in them, but
I'll just say this. As the man I am now, well, I've never really just been hitting women out here or anything like that, just for the people. Like I ain't just out here smacking.
You just
like,
said he ain't out here Ike Turner and these females.
You feel me? I ain't on that pimp shit. But what I would say is it would take a lot, not even a lot. It would just, I would have to she would have to seriously make me feel threatened in order for me to hit a woman.
It's self-defense, basically, which is any circumstance.
Yeah. But here's the thing though, I already know I can bang. You feel me? So she would have to do a lot. You feel like either have a weapon or fuck it, she is a weapon. One of those two. In order for me to just
I've had a weapon pulled on me by a woman before too as well.
Oh yeah, me too.
God damn.
Yeah, I had a yeah, I ain't gonna name no names, but she definitely pulled a knife out on me.
Damn, y'all done been around the block a few times. Shit.
Hey, bro, I'm telling soft stories. I'm pretty sure I know dudes in a minute way worse situations.
Oh yeah,
all these situations I'm talking about soft. Like these is really, really.
Yeah, no. I've had. Okay, so yeah, like you said, this one is a little deep. So I'm gonna go ahead and say my little piece. So I was in a situation where obviously it was a whole domestic situation, and in an effort to protect myself, because some of you might not know, I was in the military for a period of time. In this situation, I called the police to try and protect myself so that I wouldn't get in any wild situations. I called the police on this individual that was obviously, this female specifically that was physically aggressive towards me. She had put her hands on me, hit me with closed fists and all this other shit. And when the police got there, I told my truth. I told exactly what happened. I told the entire story. I didn't leave out any information. Of course, I called the police, so I have absolutely no reason to lie about anything.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So this particular female decided to take it upon herself to rough herself up and say that I hit her in the face. And then she proceeded to hit me in the face. And so what's crazy is I had no idea that she did this. I didn't know that she did this until later on in my life when I was trying to get a security clearance and I actually got the chance to see the police file. But in this particular situation, the book was thrown at me. I had to prove that I didn't put my hands on this female in order to stay in the military. It was a whole situation. Like I got the short end of the stick. Everybody thought that I was just out here just on some delinquent shit, just, you know what I'm saying, put my hands on folks and all this other stuff. And it took for me to have to prove that I was innocent. I was guilty immediately after I called the police. And I think that is a double standard, because I think that if it was, if I had been a woman and this had been my husband, I think that I would have had better results as far as how the police handled the situation. So, yeah, as far as how we can solve it, I agree with what Prince and Dizzy said earlier about men speaking more about the verbal and physical abuse that they experience, because the only way that people will believe that the shit is happening is by hearing stories.
It is okay not to be okay, people.
Yeah. But yeah, we can move forward.
It's okay to say that you're not okay. I say that it's okay to say like
we're gonna keep it rocking. No, we're gonna definitely keep it rocking. I got this one might be a little controversial because
all right, Dan, let's hear it.
All right, so are there any double standards around body positivity?
This is a good one. Okay. Absolutely.
Yeah, you can take that first, Buck Nerd.
Man,
shit. You been get you. You been
go ahead.
Man,
you want that?
Let me tell you something.
you want that one, boy.
I work hard for my money, okay? I tell you that. No. Realistically, though, yes, there is absolutely double standards when it comes to body positivity, okay? And it's just downright cheating as far as I'm concerned, because obviously everybody knows that there is a disparity, or there's a conflict between men and women when it comes to.
Hey, hold on, wait. Caveat first. Okay. Explain to the people what body positivity is. Don't explain to them first.
I don't think I can give a very politically correct definition of it, but I'll say
you don't have to explain to it what you think it is, and explain to them what give them a brief idea what it is.
What I think it is. I think body positivity is, regardless of your body type, be it you being big, small, short, tall, black, white, yellow, purple, any of that, love who you are, and have love who you are. Don't treat yourself as if though you are useless or meaningless or anything along those lines. That's just me giving a broad definition of what I think it is. Now, that's what
the societies.
I'm sorry, say again.
Or just succumb to like societies.
Yeah. Okay. Now that's what the definition is. But as far as what I've seen, body positivity has been used as a weapon when it comes to the obesity in this country, in the United States of America. That's the most time I've heard anything as far as body positivity is concerned. I don't hear it amongst dwarfism. I don't hear it amongst, people that have anorexia. I don't really hear it when it comes to that. I only hear it when it comes to people that are fat versus people that are skinny, or people that are in shape. And it's usually the ones that are, heavy set, overweight, or anything along those lines that scream body positivity, when they're overweight or, voluptuous or whatever you want to call it. And I think that it's cheating. I mean, because you could, I've seen big women shame women that are a normal, healthy size. But then as soon as, anybody criticizes a woman that is heavy set or overweight, then, that's body shaming. Oh, that's this, that's that. And it's nonsense to me. It's nonsense. There is absolutely a double standard. And then when it comes to men and women, same thing again, when it comes to women that are obese, a woman can judge a man for being short or, anything along those lines. Or a woman can judge a man based on, how big his member is. Women can do that with no problem. Women giggle and ha and kiki over situations like that. But as soon as a man say, oh, damn, you big as hell, you ain't attractive, or, you tall as hell, I don't want no chick that's taller than me, then that's body shaming. Then, there's some sort of issue with what the man says. So yeah, no, there's definitely a double standard. What about you guys? How y'all feel?
I definitely can agree that there is a double standard between men and women. I really honestly don't know how I feel about it, because I'm for body positivity. Like, however you feel is how you feel. Who am I to say to judge how you feel, anything like that? You say you good with what you got, you good with what you got. Do what you do with what you got.
Do you, boo-boo?
Do you? Like,
there's no appeal to overweight men.
Not at all.
Right? Look, I can attest to this because I've been an overweight man, right? I'm gonna be real with you. This is probably the most weirdest thing I ever experienced as a man. I understood it, so it didn't piss me off because I understood it, right?
I was an overweight kid.
Right. So you did.
Who was the overweight kid?
Never I said he was an overweight kid.
Yeah.
Dizzy.
Get the fuck out of here. You want an overweight kid? What are you talking about?
Before I got to 6th grade, like 3rd, 4th grade, 3rd, 4th. Yeah, I was a fat kid.
Everybody a little chunky.
I don't know if I can imagine that, but my bad. Go ahead, Steve.
You good. So look, I made me lose my train of thought.
My bad.
Y'all lost me.
It was in reference to you being a big guy at one point.
All right, look. So look, this is what I realized, right? I was a big guy went from being a big guy, being a small guy in high school, and then went to being a big guy in my young adult ages. So the one thing I noticed is that as a overweight man, the way women view you, the way people view you, is totally different than when I got in shape, right? Like I just see how people just treated me different, right? And I understood it, so it never pissed me off. People were like, oh, y'all ain't want me when I was fat and this and that. I don't care about none of that because at the end of the day, people are allowed to like what they like. If you fat and women don't like you, you can't get mad about that. That's how I look at it. You can't get mad about that. Like, bro, lose some weight, bro. It is what it is. Like,
all right,
if you fat and women don't like you, don't get mad about it. Do something about it. So my idea was I wanted to lose weight, but I didn't necessarily want to do it for women. I wanted to do it to make myself feel better about me because I didn't like the way I felt. But the thing I'm saying is there's really no appeal for overweight men because when I was overweight, women wasn't checking for me. But as soon as the dude got a little muscles, got in shape, you know what I'm saying? Started to look a little different, walked around a little bit more confidence, had a little bit more stuff going on. Yeah, it seemed like I was just getting approached different. Women was looking at me different. People was treating me different. And it's kind of like, for women, the double standard on that is that women get treated different. Overweight women get treated different.
Hey, man, don't come at yourself like that, bro. You was getting them.
I wasn't getting shit.
You was getting them, bro.
I wasn't getting shit, my guy. But
bam, he's getting them on the low, bro.
I wasn't getting nothing, bro. Don't even put me out. Don't even put me out there like that. I wasn't getting nothing.
Oh, Steve.
I wasn't getting you stupid as hell. No, man, I'm just saying, like, I was super observant of how people just treated me as an overweight man. And then when I got in shape and I was an in shape man, it was just night and day. And I never personally got pissed about it, but I know that there are overweight people, men and women out there who get pissed about the way people treat them while being overweight. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like I'm on the opposite end. Like I'm skinny, bro.
Right.
I'm a skinny dude, and I've been skinny for a long time. So I actually want to gain weight.
All right, so you got a whole other problem. So that's still
I got a whole other
you in a society where everybody is thick, all the dudes is built with muscles, all the women are thick and their legs are big and they just everybody proportioned and full out and people
I said right. Yeah,
and they promote that stuff. Like, yeah, be thick, be over 200, built muscle. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Big.
So that's the look. That's the look. So
damn, over 200. Shit.
Yeah, over 200, bro. Like over 200. It ain't all fat.
Wait, we talking about men or women? I forget.
Both. You know what I'm saying? Because he's talking about how, like, him being skinny and wanting to put on weight is a whole nother struggle. So. Okay. So just like I said, the double standard that I look at it from body positivity is there's no appeal for overweight men, but it is one for overweight women. They like capitalize on overweight women, but there's no appeal for overweight men. So
absolutely. Look at Lizzo, for instance. I mean, that's the only.
I don't want to look at her.
That's the only example that I really need to give.
Y'all can't do it with Lizzo.
Nah, I ain't gonna follow Lizzo. I'm talking shit. I can't with Lizzo.
And look, I am 5'7", 195 pounds, and a lot of that of muscle. And no, I'm sorry. It's not that she's an ugly woman, but she's definitely not my type. I'll tell you that. I ain't about to be trying to pick your big ass up and trying to, I don't think so. And that's just me. Other people might like it. Nothing against y'all. That's just me.
Yeah, I can't say that too much because I've dated overweight women. So.
Right. Me too.
So I can't even be biased in that sense because I can't be like, well, I ain't never dated no fat chick. I have. So, and I've been fat myself. So, it's what it is.
Try to sneak this.
It's happening.
All right, well, we can keep it. We can keep it moving. So that we don't be on this too long. You know what I'm saying?
All right, so let's we're gonna keep it rolling. Then we got the next question we got. This is a good one right here. We talked about this offline. Have you experienced any double standards in the workplace?
Yes.
Go ahead.
Elaborate there, big dog.
Okay, so look, it could have went two ways. It could have been because of my age, or it could have been because I was a dude. But I honestly feel like because I was a dude. At one of my previous jobs, I tried for a management position, and I didn't get it. Now, I was young. I was like super, super young. Like, I think I just turned 18, so it could have been just my age, but I felt as though I was management material.
Right.
But I don't know, maybe that wasn't a double standard, but all the managers in the workplace were female, like all female. Every time a high class, like somebody of prestige or caliber came through, it was usually a woman. So I don't know. That's how I felt.
I agree. I had the same similar story working at Blue Cross. I was in security. I mean, security is the security. I worked on midnights for a whole year. And at that time, when you were on midnights, you pretty much learn the job in and out because you're the only one there. So you learn all the buildings, you learn where all the exits are at, you know where all the VP's offices is at, you know how to get into their offices, you know how to get onto all the doors, you got all the scans to all the doors, you just know where everything is at. You checking 4 buildings, you checking the Power, Bricktown, Jefferson Building, you checking off, you watching all these buildings by yourself. I'm doing the rest testing, the rest button testing. I'm doing fire extinguisher checks. I'm doing light audits. I'm doing first aid kit checks. I'm doing all this, right? I'm doing all this throughout all these buildings, right? So I knew the ins and outs. Now the people on the morning shift, they didn't have to do any of that because all they had to do was sit at the post. So they had to do all that checks and stuff. So by the time I got to morning shift, I felt like I was qualified for a supervisor position. They were like, well, why you ain't a supervisor? You got all the qualifications. You know everything. You know this building in and out. I knew that building in and out, dude. I walked around it every night, so I knew where everything was at. So, and I knew every position. So it was like other people that was like, you should apply for a supervisor position. I go and apply for a supervisor position. They didn't want to give it to me because they kept giving it to all the females that worked there.
Niggas can't fuck with you in technicalities, bro. That's what bro. Niggas cannot fuck with you.
I'm just saying, bro. I had it, and they just kept giving all the positions to the females. And our manager was a female. Both of our shift supervisors were females. The team leads were females, and it's like, bro, y'all need to get some male supervision up in here. Like, but they didn't want to hire no male supervision. I feel like I was qualified, and I got looked over because they felt like the woman was more qualified.
Okay, let me ask you guys this, okay? Because these particular examples sound more like they're more prejudiced than they are as far as double standard. Do you think that there was a standard that they held women to that they believe men couldn't get in these situations? Do you think that they felt as if though women are better at leading than men, or do you?
In my situation, yes, I feel like they thought that, yes.
Okay, all right. In your situation, it makes sense because you said that the manager was she was a woman, the VP was a woman, the CEO was a woman, the janitor that was low-key giving ham jobs when people weren't looking, she was a woman. What about you, Devon?
What?
My bad. I just slid that in there, low-key. But no, now, Devon, how do you feel? Do you think that there was a double standard? Like, do you think as if though there was a double standard? Like, okay, women can lead and men can't. Do you think it was one of those kind of situations when it came to you?
Honestly, telling that story back, probably not, because I'm thinking about how I was at 18.
Mm-hmm.
Probably not. Can I take my line now?
You good? It was an experience.
Yeah, because I had to really think about the type of dude I was at 18. So I'm like, I don't know. I felt as though
maybe it wasn't that relevant.
Maybe it wasn't that relevant. Like, yeah.
Okay. Well, one thing I will say, I'm on the opposite end of that spectrum, gents. I've never experienced it personally. I've usually outworked, my counterparts when it comes to my career in particular, but I've seen, when I was working at a high level enterprise company in Detroit, I seen this young lady. This young lady had to work her ass off. She had to work extremely hard in order to get or maintain the same level as these men. And let me see. It's not that there was a double standard associated with it. It was just that there were certain Yeah, you know what? It was a double standard, because the men were already expected to uphold their part of the deal and, perform their task as network engineers and administrators and everything along those lines. But when it came to her, she had to prove that she was worthy of being in that space with those men. So yeah, I've experienced it, not necessarily personally, but I've seen it in the workplace. And, that's kind of, something that I kind of just noted and kept in the back of my mind. So yeah, no, it definitely exists. It all depends on the person. And personally, no, I haven't experienced it because, I'm that nigga.
He is that nigga. He is that nigga, ladies and gentlemen. Give it up for my homie, Buff Nerd.
Yeah, nigga. If I turn ones and zeros into the internet, get at me.
You feel me?
Damn.
He out
Talk
here.
your shit then, bro.
He out here making 100K, bro. He out here making.
Don't be putting all my business in the streets.
You put it out there, nigga.
You definitely did put it out there.
You threw it out.
Okay, yeah, you ain't like
he a part of the 100K club. So get that man a high five out there.
Yeah, you gotta pay the cost to be
high five.
Yeah, you gotta pay the cost to be the boss, gents. Okay, this is me talking to the gents. And of course, I say this to y'all all the time because we boys and shit. Yeah. But you gotta pay the cost to be the boss, and do it now before you hit about 35, because at that point, I'm saying, yeah. If you 35 still dressing and acting like you in high school, then expect nothing but bullshit. Anyways, what's the next question? I'm sorry, gents.
The last question we have is how do you just respond to double standards in general?
I'm sorry, say that again.
How do you respond to double standards in general? Just in general.
One thing I'll say as far as double standards is concerned is that for me personally, I've experienced not necessarily racism, but like a lot of stereotypes stick out when it comes to a guy like me, born and raised in Detroit, short, extremely dark skinned. I got dreads, so people expect. Yeah, you damn right, nigga. Bird game, bang bang, Ving Rhames. Anyways, people expect for me to be either the weakest link or to be, how can I describe it? Not necessarily untamable, but they expect me to be irate. They expect me to have an attitude. They expect me to be hard to work with. And I've naturally just kind of, completely debunked those stereotypes and those double standards, because my white counterparts were the total opposite. They were good. They didn't have to prove themselves. And, I know dudes that were like they were wild, man. Like these dudes were like doing coke and all kinds of crazy shit, man. And, I don't make no bones about it. It's not my business. But the difference in expectations when it comes to me and my counterparts being, white gentlemen was definitely present. And I've made a conscious effort throughout my career to exceed expectations in order to debunk the double standards and the stereotypes and, the generalizations that people are used to when it comes to, people that are born and raised where I'm from.
All right, well, the way I respond to it is I just think that we live and life is unfair. So double standards is just another, like I said, luck of the draw thing. It's like you on one side of the fence, there are standards on the other side of the fence. Some are fair, some are unfair. So it is what it is. You just approach every situation the best way you can. Like all standards aren't good standards. All standards ain't bad standards. But I just think it is what it is. Like I'm tend to be very neutral about that kind of stuff because I don't really think like some of the double standards that I hear people complain about doesn't really seem like that big of a deal to me because I feel like I guess maybe some of them don't really affect me personally. Some of them.
I feel you.
Name a few of those double standards for the audience.
I guess maybe like
men taking out the trash.
Yeah, like the stuff this we call it social pressures. The stuff that men complain about nowadays that I think we don't complain about it because I think us three as men we're okay with embracing the things that makes us men.
Right.
So it's not really a standard. It's not like, well, I got to do that as a man, but a woman ain't got to do this. But I got to work and pay all the bills, this and that. My woman can sit at the crib and chill. Like one is unfair, the other one is not fair. No, it's just whatever you embrace. Like if you embrace being a provider and a protector of your home, then you will embrace going out there and making the chicken and coming home paying all the bills. That's what it is. Like you just take it on because it's just something that's a part of you. It's not something that you just look at as unfair.
Right.
You know, so like I said, some things are unfair, some things are not. You know, it is what it is. But like I said, we don't have these discussions because we embrace the things that makes us men because growing up, nobody taught us these things. So we naturally had to like pick up these skills on our own. So we have a greater we just feel more strongly about it because we had to actually learn it. We had to like this. It was kind of like we had to pick it up from the dirt. We had to build it from the ground up. So it's just a different kind of love for it. But some of the double standards that maybe women complain about for men, like, oh, why is it that men can go and sleep around and not be called a hoe, but women go and sleep around and they get called a hoe? Like that argument. One is unfair. The other one is kind of like, here's what it is. But the thing is, for that standpoint, I always be like, why would you want to sleep around? Like, why would you even want that stigma on you? Like, why would you even want that? Why would you even want that toxic anyway? Why would you even want to do that? Like, no, I ain't that I want to do it. I just want to be able to do it and not be judged about it. Like, no, like
to fill a void.
Yeah, and that's it. Yeah. And I think that's where the arguments of double standards come from, because most people don't want to be judged for the standards that are unfair to them. So it's like you automatically got a target on your back about certain specifics to your gender. Automatically have a target on your back about things that you particularly can be judged about off bail, and you ain't even done them.
Yeah, no, that's the lock and key concept. You know, men being the keys and women being the locks. So no, I agree with you. Yeah, there are definitely standards and double standards that affect you based on your gender.
Right. That you just automatically you just walk into them. You just automatically there. So
off bail. That's
just how I feel about it, man. It ain't that big of a deal to me. I stay pretty neutral about that kind of stuff.
I think I feel the same way.
Yeah.
Let's see.
I haven't. Hold on, fellas.
You good there, big dog?
How do I feel about it? Yeah, I'm good. I'm just thinking like how I feel about them. I think I agree with Steve. If they don't affect me personally, then I don't really care.
And I don't really affect me personally, so
yeah, so it don't really matter to me. Like
he said, if it was a fifth, then we all be drunk.
Straight up.
All right, so okay, let's move to this part. Okay, this isn't gonna take long. This is kind of like the end of the episode, ladies and gents, and these are a couple of different double standards that we are going to speak to. Ain't gonna be no crazy elaborate, explanation like we've done with the previous 6 questions or so. It's kind of just like what comes to mind when we say these particular double standards. First one is
worded it. Are we one word?
No, it's not one word. You can say a sentence or two, just give you a small little piece about it. You ain't gotta tell a story. Just say how you feel about it. All right, let's see. Okay, here's the first one. Women things like baking and cooking are just for women until it's a profession, and then it's for men. How do you feel about that?
Say that one more time.
Yeah, it was a little confusing. So, women things like baking and cooking are just for women until it's a profession. Then it's for men. So that means that means that if, outside of it being a profession, before it's a job or anything along those lines, baking and cooking are things that are for women. But when it becomes a profession, when it becomes a job, a career, or something along those lines, then it's something that could be for men.
No, see, that's why this is another one of the stupid things I told you about that I don't agree with, because if you good at anything, you can make it a profession.
True.
So if you're a woman and you like baking and cooking and you good at it, you can make it a profession. You can make it a profession. Even if you just do it at home, if you good at it, you can make it a profession. Make it a profession.
Yeah, and that's one of those unusual things. I don't think I've ever seen a man that just cooked because it was a hobby. He was either a chef or that was it. You know, like I've never really seen
lots of men cook for a hobby. I cook for a hobby.
I
know a lot of.
All right. What about baking? What about baking? You bake for a hobby?
I don't bake for a hobby.
I don't, but I know dudes that bake.
Okay.
I don't know dudes that bake.
Is it a hobby or is it a career or a profession?
I don't know. Yeah,
he do make money off on the side every now and then.
So it's a profession there.
All right. So yeah, I mean, okay, there is truth when it comes to that statement, but it is definitely a double standard that I can't really say that I agree or disagree with it, because
I disagree with it.
Yeah, I think I disagree with that.
This is, for me personally, it's primarily because I don't know a lot of dudes that cook as a hobby. That's the only reason why I can't give an answer.
Okay.
I can feel that.
All the dudes that I know that cook do it professionally. Juwan, he went to college to cook. He does it professionally, or at least he did it professionally.
Yo, I'm sorry.
We can take that offline. But I know a dude named Leon. Dude cooks professionally. Dude is legit, but he does it professionally. So that's just me. But
no, you know what it is? You know what it is though?
What is it?
It's because most women, I ain't gonna even say most, I don't know. But in most situations, it's what you're doing it for. In most situations, women are in the house baking and cooking for their families. Right? Most dudes aren't always baking and cooking for their families just for the hell of it. You know what I'm saying? And most of the time, I feel like men, when they know they good at something, they kind of capitalize on it. Like, I ain't saying women don't do that either, but I ain't saying women don't do that.
Right. No, that makes sense. I know a lot of women that cater, so I don't know how true that is.
That's what I'm saying. I ain't saying this does not relate to all women.
Yeah, I know a lot more women that cater than I know men that do it to try and capitalize.
I agree. I agree.
But no, I understand your point though. I understand your point. Okay, here's the next one. All right, this is gonna be a good one. When a woman cries, it's viewed as normal. When a man cries, he's told to grow up. How y'all feel about that one?
I agree.
I agree, but I feel a little different about it because I've been told I'm a sensitive guy. I don't think I'm a sensitive guy. I just think I'm an expressive guy. That's all. The difference is that most people are not used to men actually expressing themselves. So when you find a man that actually expresses himself, they like, well, he's sensitive or he's soft. Like, no, I'm not sensitive at all. I'm very stern in how I feel about things. I'm just choosing to express myself about it. That's all. Most dudes pretty much keep that stuff inside themselves. They like, I'm gonna keep that to myself and not say nothing. Me, I choose to speak about it because I feel like me keeping it inside don't help me or the circumstance. I gotta express. So I don't think that makes anybody sensitive. It just makes you expressive. You know what I'm saying? That's all.
Self-express. Yeah.
One thing I will say is, man, I'm doing that. This is one of those double standards that I kind of align with because I know for a fact that I was an extremely sensitive child. Like, all my mother would have to do was look at me and I would bust out in fucking tears when I was a kid. You know what I'm saying? And it's definitely something that's followed me as I've gotten older. And I've learned, of course, over the years that I can't just be emotional in front of anybody. You know, I can't especially like a significant other. I can't just, for whatever reason, just be extremely emotional or cry or anything along those lines in front of them because it's you know, I don't like saying this, but women don't like to see men express themselves. And that's not me saying all women.
They think they do.
Yeah, they think they do. They think they want a man to be expressive and open and honest and emotional and vulnerable. But as soon as he does, most women,
they don't know what to do with it.
Yeah, then that's not even that. They low-key lose respect for cuz. You know what I'm saying? And like, okay, they may attempt to handle it, but there is like, okay, how can I describe it? It's like understanding that you're like, okay, for a woman, I would assume that their man, they feel as if though he has no vulnerabilities. But as soon as he chooses to be emotional, they're like, okay, he has some kryptonite. This is it. I will keep this in my mind throughout our entire relationship. And for whatever reason, I will use this. Do y'all think that women do that?
That's called being vindictive.
Yeah, that's just vindictive person, period, whether that's a male or a female.
Yeah, personally, I've been in situations where I opened up to a woman. And, you know, I do it, you know, trying to be open, trying to be honest, trying to allow someone to understand who I am. And that same shit get used against me in the future. So what I think, like, this is just me spitballing. This is not a fact, totally an opinion. I think that, yes, some women allow men to be open and honest, but they take that information and use it as ammunition whenever they see fit.
That has happened to me as well. I've had things that I've told women used against me, but it depends on why you saying what you're saying. Like I'm not trying to gain sympathy from women. Like that's not saying you are, but for me as a man, I'm not trying to gain sympathy for you by expressing myself to you, because then once you use it against me, now I'm gonna feel bad. But if I'm not trying to gain sympathy, I'm not gonna feel no kind of way if you using stuff against me that I told you, because I'm an open person. So if I tell you something, it's because I wanted to. Now, if you use it against me, that says more about you than it does about me.
Mm.
Most men, okay, outside of you, most men usually be like, okay, because of that, I will never tell you anything that serious ever again. And that's primarily one of the reasons why a lot of men do not open up to women. And
I agree.
Yeah, and this is not, it's not a fact. This is just observable reality for myself.
Right.
D, you got anything to add to it, man? Because we were supposed to keep.
Man.
Yeah, I say we're supposed to keep this short and simple, but you know, these are some good ones. So, all right, let's see what else we got. Okay, I'm gonna just read this one. This is not me, you know, previously reading this. Okay, so it says women rarely get complimented for the things men get complimented for: assertiveness, accomplishments, or basically any intentional act, while men rarely get complimented for the things that women get complimented for: their appearance or personality characteristics that make others feel good.
I agree with that.
That was interesting.
Yeah.
I agree with that, because that's one of those.
Can you read that one more time, please?
Go ahead.
Let me read that one more time. Okay, so it says women rarely get complimented for the things men get complimented for: assertiveness, accomplishments, or basically any intentional act, while men rarely get complimented for the things that women get complimented for: their appearance or personality characteristics that makes others feel good.
Okay, I can agree with that. The reason why, I slightly agree and disagree, because for women, who are your accomplishments? Like, why are you wanting to get complimented by your accomplishments? Like, who is your accomplishments important to?
Usually in those situations, those accomplishments are important only to that woman.
Right.
I mean, this is not me coming at anybody sideways, but in most situations, women's accomplishments don't mean anything to a man that they're dealing with. They don't benefit. They usually don't benefit him in any shape, form, or fashion. A woman uses her accomplishments to treat herself. She doesn't use them to. I'm sorry.
I say, so who would she want to compliment her on her accomplishments? Like,
who she wanted to say?
Other women, probably. Other women, probably.
Yeah, but women are competitive Why would they compliment her on her accomplishments?
Well, you know what's crazy?
Right.
The crazy thing is women expect to be complimented and praised for their accomplishments. They believe as if though their accomplishments will get them better prospects when it comes to either husbands or significant others or dates or anything along those lines. That's kind of what women do nowadays. But the crazy thing is men don't care about that. So now that I think about it, I totally agree with this, because there is a reason why women rarely get complimented for the things men get complimented for. Because being an assertive female means that you are disagreeable. That means that you are likely to cause conflict. That means that, you know, any situation can turn into an argument between me and you, between a man and a woman. You know, when it comes to their accomplishments, yeah, you've accomplished plenty of things. You've got your bachelor's degree, you've gotten your master's degree, but how is that going to serve me? You know, if I've done the same thing, if I've gotten my bachelor's, if I've gotten my master's, if I own a business, how does your master's degree contribute to who I am or what we have?
Who are they trying to get complimented by? Right? Who do you want to be complimented for your assertiveness and accomplishments? And if it's men don't care about those traits from women. Like
they definitely do not.
And if it's women, why would you want women to compliment these things about you when they're in competition with you?
Yeah. And then on the opposite end of that, sorry, Devon, go ahead. I didn't mean to interrupt.
I just want to chime in on the how does it benefit me? An investment. Like,
what you mean?
I said. So if you find you Bam said that like you can get you got your bachelor's, master's, and everything like that. And he said, how does it benefit me? As a man, I say a future investment.
A future investment, how? Like, elaborate on that.
What if you, God forbid, what if you fall off? Whatever you doing, like, what if some Doctor Strange shit happen? Like, you great with your hands, and then you so good with your hands that you get into a car accident or something like that, and the only person that can fix your hands was you. Like, what if you get into a situation like that? You're gonna need somebody, who will probably like on the same level as you.
Ask you this question, Deborah. How does her accomplishments directly benefit you?
Yeah,
investment.
Yeah, I mean, Deborah. Yeah, that's a very extreme situation. Like,
I'm just saying, anything can happen.
I hear what you say.
I can side with you on that. I can side with you.
You're gonna make an investment, period. Though. I'm trying to figure out how does her accomplishments directly affect you, though.
Okay, like let me speak to that a little bit, because yes, that is what normally is. But I can tell you guys this: a woman that I've dealt with, you know, she didn't have to worry about anything financially. I took care of everything. You know, it's just me doing what I can to try and help propel herself forward. My career is already established. You know, everything along those lines. My money pays the bills. Her money went into savings, and for a very special situation called for me to spend a lot of money, and I was very broke. And because she had a flourishing career, she was able to front me money. She was able to cover my ass when I didn't have anybody else to do it. So no, that makes sense. What Deborah said makes sense, because I mean, yes, there is some sort of investment when it comes to that particular situation. But the crazy thing is that's not the majority of situations.
You don't need accomplishments.
Generally speaking.
Right. Yeah,
if we talking just strictly degrees, you don't need degrees. You don't need those particular kind of accomplishments to be successful.
Okay, well, no, that was just an example of that, something that I was speaking to. So, like, if for instance, let's say she owned a business, she was making good money, 6 figures plus. But here's what I was going to say. You know, I was going to say the same thing applies to women, because not even women. The same thing applies to men, because, you know, women, generally speaking, let me emphasize that, generally speaking, look for what a man can do for them. You know, because you guys have seen it before. There's been ugly men that have had the most gorgeous women. There have been fat and obese men that have had some of the finest women in the world. And it is likely because of what they can provide. which means that they don't get judged based on their appearance or personal characteristics. They get judged based on what they can provide, which is exactly what the women do not get complimented when it comes, like when it comes to assertiveness or when it comes to what they've accomplished. So it's kind of just how it is. It's kind of just how the world works, in my opinion, because, you know, everybody knows that women usually have the upper hand when it comes to appearance and being chosen and everything between the ages of 16 and 25. Men usually don't get that privilege until they hit their 30s and above. And that reason, that is what contributes to this particular double standard. And I can't really say
it's one of them unfair things, though. Like I said, it's one of them unfair double standards.
Yeah, it's like unfair but tolerated. Like that's.
And I don't. But the other side of it is, I don't think men care to be complimented on their appearances and personality. Those are just not things we really care about. Like of course, we care about our appearance to some degree, but if we had everything else in check and nobody was complimenting us on our appearance, I don't think we would give a fuck. Like, okay. I don't think we would care.
Yeah, I don't think we would care.
Yeah,
now, personality characteristics, yeah, of course you want to be acknowledged that you have a great personality, but it's not something that I'm hoping people compliment me on all the time. But I hope people compliment me on is the fact that they see me doing the stuff that I say that I want to do. If I say I got goals and stuff that I'm trying to accomplish, and they see me doing it, I'd rather them compliment me on those things. Like, oh, I see you out here doing your thing, bro. I see you putting work in and that stuff you said you was gonna do. You know, that stuff feeds me a little bit more because that's more of a, I don't know, those are things that are more, I don't know, those things just are better for me personally. If I want to get complimented on something, I'd rather get complimented on, like you said, the stuff that men get complimented on, the assertiveness, the accomplishments. Assertiveness, is what it is, but accomplishments, yes.
Oh man. All right, look, check it out. I got a good one.
Go ahead to the next one.
I got a good one. And we can make this the last one, man, because we kind of been rocking and rolling for the last,
roll.
Yeah, we've been on here about a little hour.
So yeah, we can make this the last one. There are plenty of other things that we could talk about. And if you have anything that you want to add to this, please feel free to comment, subscribe and all that good. Yeah, please do that, because this is an open conversation. There are no rules. I mean, obviously there are rules. You ain't about to just disrespect the motherfucker. But the point is,
not my house, motherfucker.
Yeah, everything is open for discussion. This is an open and safe space for you to express yourself. It doesn't matter what it is. Anyways, here's the last one. He said, "Come through, come through." All right, so. When a woman looks at their kids, it's just parenting. But when men look at their kids, it's babysitting.
I can't feel that.
Let's see, Steve, or Prince. I understand you might not be able to contribute to this one as much as the past questions, but I knew that this is going to be a good one because, Dizzy and myself, are single fathers.
I mean, I can't feel that.
And if you watching your kids, you watching your kids. Ain't no babysit.
Yeah,
I ain't watching my kids. I'm raising my motherfucking kids. Like, this ain't watching. Okay. Sometimes they want me to watch them too much. Daddy, look what I can do. Like, I seen the last thing you can do, baby girl. Like, why do I gotta see all the things? But nah, I can't rock with that.
Tell me why you can't rock with that. You ain't got to necessarily, you ain't got to write an essay, but just tell me why you can't rock with that.
I got you. Let me get him, B. Let me get him.
He said, I gotta take a sip because y'all got
y'all been sipping on that. I ain't had nothing.
Y'all better respect my gangster.
People, America, I am a father of technically 3, but 2 of my own. And before I met the lady that I'm with, I was raising them on my own.
That's a grown ass man right there.
Yeah, I was raising them on my own, full time, no breaks. Well, I had babysitters. Like, I ain't gonna bug. Like, I had babysitters, but
contrary to popular belief, my bad. I got to speak to my nigga real quick.
What's up?
Like, all I ever hear is these women talking about deadbeat fathers and this, and that, and how there's no men in the household. My boy Dizzy is a single father taking care of 3 children. My man's has been in these children. I'm sorry.
Two.
Two.
Children.
My bad. Two children.
I'm sorry, I didn't explain. One is my girls. So
well, still, he's taking care of three children. Okay, he is the man that all of you women wish that you had. No shade. It's just the truth. All three of us are upstanding men that take care of our kids, and he deserves praise for that. Please put claps in the like and comment section. Not the like, but put claps in the comment section for this grown ass man taking care of his kids. Go ahead, Devron. Sorry about that.
I got my claps, man. But dang, I lost my spot. Yeah, so
my bad. You were speaking to the fact that yeah.
I can't rock with it because yes, I'm a single father of two of my own, and no, like I said, I'm not watching my kids. Like I'm raising my kids. This is a full-time thing. Like I had babysitters, yes, but no breaks. Everything was like it was on daddy. But yeah, that's the only reason I disagree with that, because I'm in this situation where I have to do everything that people see a single mother do. Like, and people say that single fathers get more praise for it and everything. Hold up, give me a second. They say single fathers get more praise for it. But my bad, give me 1 second. I caught a cramp, y'all.
I caught like fear.
Cuz got a Charlie horse in his ass.
I caught a motherfucking Charlie horse. God damn, this shit shooting up my legs.
Sit on that bear trap.
Nah, to speak to it a little bit though, I mean, it's not that we're throwing shade. It's just a statistical fact. Single fathers. Oh my God! Please do not crucify me for this. But single fathers, apparently, they do a better job than single mothers, because unfortunately, single mothers, there are a lot of complications that come with the children that are raised in single mother households. But go ahead, Devron. As soon as you work out that cramp, you can finish speaking to what you're doing. I'm just kind of taking up the dead space.
Yeah, my bad. This is killing. Hold up.
All right, why he handling his business? Steve, how do you feel about it?
I mean, I agree. I know y'all. I know you.
You said you agree that when fathers look at that, watching their kids is called.
I agree with y'all.
I was about to say, big dog.
No, I agree with y'all, because I know too many good dads. You a good dad. Dizzy's a good dad. My other friend Jarrell, he's a really good dad. All the guys I know that have kids, they're pretty good. They're really good dads. They take care of their children. So. Nah, I don't agree with that at all. And then they ain't like he said, y'all ain't watching y'all kids, y'all raising y'all kids. So
you damn right.
I've seen all y'all interact with y'all kids. I've seen how y'all operate y'all households with y'all children. Y'all all hands on. Y'all all good men. So yeah,
that double standard definitely exists. And thank you very much for I appreciate that, brother. I appreciate that. I'm doing the best that I can. You know what I'm saying? But that double standard definitely exists. That's all I ever hear. I see countless posts on Facebook talking about, how men just baby. If a man had to be a full-time father, he'll fold and all this other nonsense. You know what I'm
saying? I'll say this.
Oh shit! I think Devron dropped off. All right, well, go ahead. My bad.
I think it's just different the way men and women raise kids. Like we're a little bit more, stern and a little bit more like leveled with it. We add that. It's just like that sprinkle, that balance. We add that balance to it.
Men are definitely the disciplinarians when it comes to raising children.
Most men are. So we're a little bit more stern about how we handle situations with children. So. It's just, but you need that balance. So you need that bubbly side. That the mom gives.
Right. You need that nurturing side of mothers and that stern and disciplinarian side from fathers. This is not a knock against single mothers. Mothers are essential to raising children, but no,
yes, they are.
Yeah, this is just speaking to Stephen, Prince Cole's point. Jesus Christ, I keep fucking your name.
It's all good. It's all good. It's all good. They know me out here. They know me. It's all good. But yeah, man, we've been on here a minute, so we getting towards the end of this. It's been cool not rocking with y'all. I think
yes, sir.
Mr. Dizzy been he going down, so we're gonna end this off right here, man. You know, so Mansplainitthen.
Yes, sir.
Again,
Yes, sir.
subscribe.
Yeah.
And comments down. If y'all got any topics for us, put them down there. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
once again.
We are no. So I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. But so no, we are open to any type of conversations that you guys want to have. We plan to start having guests and people that have opposing views on the show. Well, not the show, but we plan on having them on the podcast. That's something that we're kind of working into the equation. We are still very early in creating the foundation for this channel, so bear with us. Outside of that, please like and subscribe. We love you guys. Thank you for tuning in. Prince Cole, you got anything else for him?
Oh no, man. Y'all have a good night. We gonna holler at y'all later.
Take it easy. Enjoy the weekend. We love y'all. Be easy. We out this mug.